Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Wendy. This vlog is very far behind. Sorry, it was supposed to come out on the 5th and now as I am recording this intro, it is the 12th of September. So a little bit behind. I don't even know if I'm going to get it out today. It would be nice, but honestly, it's probably going to be another day or two before it goes out. But here I am finally doing it. I have been busy and we're gonna get into what I've been busy doing right now. So if you caught my last video that I posted, it was about Inktober, and at the end of that video I announced that I was going to be doing a Kickstarter. So needless to say, I've been working a lot on my Kickstarter. And it's something I am very excited about, and I want to show you guys what I've been up to. I also had a little bit of an impromptu vacation to Banff Alberta with Troy. It was not planned at all. I think he sent me a text from work on like Thursday saying we're going to Banff on Sunday. So it was not at all planned. He had to go out there for work, and his boss kind of just said, you know, take Wendy along and you guys can spend some time out there. And we did, and it was great. It was the first time I've actually ever been to Banff. I've driven past it before because I did spend a couple years in Ontario. So driving out there and back, I did go along the highway that Banff is off, but I never stopped in. So it was really nice, and I got to see some of the, you know, not touristy, I guess they're kind of touristy, but some of the sites that Banff is known for. We got the kayaks out on the water for the first time in actually a couple years. So that was really exciting because I really love being out on the water. We never get to do it enough because Troy's out of town a lot and I don't want to go out on the water alone. And I never wanted to try to tackle it alone with the dog because she's pretty high stress. As it turns out, as high stress as she is, she ended up really liking being in the boats. We were totally surprised, pleasantly surprised, but we were surprised. She's, like I've mentioned, a very high stress dog, and she doesn't like car rides. She doesn't like anything out of the normal routine of her life. She doesn't usually even really like being outside, but she flippin' loved Banff. She loved like the resort that we were staying at. She loved being outside there, running around in the grass. She liked being out on the water. So we got out on the kayaks, and I mean, granted at first, like we got like 10 feet offshore and she threw up on Troy because she was stressed, but she did eventually settle. Mostly when she came over into my kayak, I think the shape of my kayak is a little bit more comfortable for her to sit in than it was for Troy. And we put like one of her blankets underneath her and a cut up piece of a cheap yoga mat so she wouldn't slip around too much. And yeah, she plopped her butt down and just looked around and saw the sights. We tried to paddle our way up to a lake called the Vermilion Lakes, and there's a creek called Echo Creek that goes up to the Vermilion Lakes because there's not very much parking at Vermilion Lake. And we got partway up there and we were blocked by Beaver Dam, which I totally didn't even think to take a picture of, but that's okay. And we paddled back down, and then we went up the Bow River, which was, it's a river of, it's glacial water, and it's super, like the color of this water, like you see pictures of it and you think maybe it's a little bit photoshopped or something. It's not. It's amazing, the color of this water. It is such a vivid, aqua-y, bluey, slightly opaque looking water. It's very cool. So I got some pictures of that. This particular spot that we were at, it was kind of cool because you could see where the glacial water of the Bow River and the sort of still water of Echo Creek joined, and you could see like the brown water of Echo Creek and the blue water of the Bow River together. It was kind of cool. But that was fun, and we did go out to Lake Louise, which is a popular lake. There's a big Fairmont hotel there, and we their parking situation's not very awesome there, so we decided instead of hauling the kayaks from the parking lot down to the lake, I mean, honestly, it would be Troy hauling them down one at a time because I'm a weakling and can't move my own kayak yet. Working on it. We decided we'd just rent a canoe. So him and I and the dog hopped in the canoe and we paddled all the way down to the other end of Lake Louise. And when you get down to the end, actually you could see it right from the where we started, and you look up and you can see what remains of the glacier up there. So we paddled all the way to the other end of the lake, hung out there for a little bit, got some cool pictures. And again, there was that cool mix of the blue glacier water and the clear / muddy water of the creek that was running into the lake where they mixed. I had video of it, but I've lost the clip. Anyways, it was beautiful. It was a wonderful day. Coda had fun. We had fun. We were all exhausted. The last day that we were out there, we went to Boat Lake, I think it was called, and you could see the Crow's Nest Glacier from there. And the idea was that we were going to drive out there during some daylight time so that I could have some time to do some sketching, because I didn't do any art at all, or drawing or sketching, until this day that we were there. And then after I finished my sketching, we were just gonna stay around and do some stargazing when it got dark. Sounds awesome, but in reality, the point in time when it gets too dark to draw, but dark enough where you could really enjoy the stars, is a heck of a lot longer than I really imagined it would be. And we ended up getting too cold and attacked by mosquitoes and stuff to want to stay longer. So we just hopped back in the car and drove back into town. But yeah, anyways, oh, I cut my hair. What do you think? I like it. Got some layers, some movement. Let's take a look at what I was working on with the pin designs, because I'm super excited about them. So you might not know this about me, but I actually have been a fan of Kickstarter for years. I have actually backed quite a few campaigns myself, and always thought it would be really cool to make my own. I've occasionally had ideas for products that I wanted to make. I've also thought for a while now, a couple of years, probably since around the time I opened my Etsy shop, that it would be cool to make my own enamel pins. And I've actually experimented with other sorts of pins. I made my own laser engraved pins out of wood. I had sent away and had some acrylic pins made. But I've always been a fan of the enamel pin, the shiny metal, just the jewelry sort of quality of them all, and wanted to make my own, but they are quite expensive to produce. And if you don't have the money to put up front, as I don't, Kickstarter's perfect for that. And so just after my last vlog went up, I think like later that day or the next day, where I complained about not being able to decide between the wanting to make art and wanting to make products, I got an email from Kickstarter saying that they were doing this thing called, they're calling it Witch Starter this October, where they are putting extra like marketing boosting into campaigns that are based around like witchcraft or witchiness, magic, divination, things like that. And I thought my designs that I did last year for Inktober, a lot of those would be great as enamel pins, and sort of decided like within 20 minutes of receiving this email that I wanted to do this. I had the designs. I've always wanted to do pins. I've always wanted to do Kickstarter. I don't have much of an audience right now, so Kickstarter putting in extra marketing behind this was a super bonus for me, and it kind of just, all the pieces fell in place. So the first thing I did was go through my Inktober designs and pick out a handful or two that I thought would make good pins. And I was already thinking about some of these being modified to have text in them. And these were the sort of first bunch that I was considering. And I ended up narrowing it down to these 7. And I made some changes to my original designs, like this one here. I adjusted the hand so that the arm wasn't sticking out. It just was kind of weird for a pin, and that looks better. The mushroom I decided to add. I didn't have it in my original ideas, but I decided to add it, except for my original design had plant sort of leaves and stuff around it, and I got rid of those and put in the banner because I wanted to add the text. I wasn't super happy with my original designs for the hat and for the planchette, so I revamped those and I put text in them, and I am much happier with them now. And then after doing that, I kind of just took each design into Procreate, sketched them out, made sort of more of a detailed sketch, and I started to play with some color like comps, but then decided I should just go ahead and vectorize it, so it would be so much easier for me to play with the colors and stuff. So I first went into Affinity Designer with each of my sketches that I had done in Procreate, and I just started to vectorize them. And the reason you're seeing like this holographic, or this, yeah, rainbowy holographic, I was playing with concept ideas for stickers, because I'm thinking about adding some stickers to my Kickstarter campaign, and I'm thinking black and white on a holographic might be kind of cool. But anyway, so yeah, this is like one of the designs. This one actually, I changed this one because I had, what did I have? I basically ended up taking these two texts and swapped them to the designs because I thought they looked better. But yeah, these are some vectorized designs. I then went over to my computer. Once I had them in my computer, I was able to clean up the lines a bit because it was just easier to do on the computer than it was on my iPad. And I had started to play with some color comps. Honestly, this is like an Achilles heel for me, picking color combinations. It's also why I still haven't revamped my branding, because I can't decide on freaking colors. So in the end, I decided to stick with the black and white versions. I thought black, white, and gold might look kind of classy. And I also decided that in some of these pins, I would do glitter. So this sort of textury looking part here is supposed to represent like glitter enamel. And another thing I did, and this is super, super cool, was I taught myself Blender, a little bit of Blender, so that I could do this. Ooh, oh, look at that. So I made myself 3D mock-ups of the pins so I could get a better idea of what they might look like. It took me forever to figure out how to do the glitter. And as you can see, it's very shiny. Not the back. I haven't figured out how to make the back like its own thing, but the back of the designs, of course, will have like pins, and I'm also going to have my logo stamped in them somewhere, hopefully. But yeah, that's kind of what they would look like, or what I'm hoping they're going to look like. Pretty cool, right? I like it. I'm super happy with this. So I've done these 3D mock-ups for this one here. The magic is in your hands. And also the magic hat, just making my own magic. And I have glitter in these little star bits here, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I would love to hear other people's opinions, but I was had watched a video where somebody had recommended if you're going to use glitter, do it in a bigger space so that you can see it more. So these little spaces might be too small and insignificant to add the extra glitter to. I'm not sure. And then I kind of felt like if I made the black all glitter, that it would be like maybe too much, because yeah, not everything has to be glitter. I don't know. Maybe just having these just white, like the inside rim of the hat here, would be good enough. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. And so here's the mushroom. Now I don't think this one needs glitter. What do you think? I mean, I could put glitter maybe like under here, or again, I could put it in the stars, but it might be too small. Let's see what it's like. Here, let me turn off some of these annoying things. So now you can just see the design. Let's see what happens if I change. That's kind of a rough idea if underneath that mushroom there was glitter. I don't know. What do you think? I guess it doesn't look too bad, but does it need the glitter? I don't know. So let me know what you think. And here is the planchette. And again, it's kind of the same thing as with the hat. Do I really need to add glitter to this one? I don't really want to add glitter to all of the black. I feel like it would be too overkill, but these little white stars or even the rim, like it might be too small of a detail to add glitter to. I might just leave this one just plain black and white. And here is the crystal ball. Every day holds new magic. And again, this is another one, like, I don't know. Do I really need glitter? This pin in total height will be about 1.5 inches. So these little stars will be quite small. I can make the hand glitter, but I think that might look weird. Let me just try it here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. What do you think? Glitter? No glitter. And here is the crystal. So the reason I chose to do black is I did some research on this, and black crystals like onyx and whatnot are thought to banish negativity around you. And so since this is all about positivity, I wanted to have something to represent banishing the negative self-talk that a lot of us have, as well as it's just protecting and grounding, and I think that's all good stuff. And then the last one here is the candle. Move you into the center here. And yeah, there it is, pretty. And again, I don't know that anything in here really needs glitter. Maybe the flames, maybe the candle itself. I'm not sure. Let me try the flames and see what I think here. I guess it's not too bad, but is it necessary? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think of the black and white theme, and if you think glitter, what do you think of the glitter? You like it? You don't like it? Should I leave it in? Should I add it? Should I not add it? Where should I add it? Just, yeah, if you have any comments or opinions, I would love to know. This is something that I've been struggling with way too long. So the other thing I started to do was work on my actual campaign images. So like all of the images that I'm going to stick up on there, as well as thinking about maybe some stickers and some freebies. I'm not really sure yet, but that is where I am on my Kickstarter so far. And so there you go. That's what I have been up to this last month or so, and why I am so far behind in my video filming and uploading. I still have to do quite a few things. I have to pick a pin manufacturer and get my designs finalized. So I have sent out probably close to 12 emails to different pin manufacturers just to ask some questions, and have heard back from most of them. I've narrowed it down to, I think, 3 different manufacturers that I would consider for this. So I just have to like bite the bullet and pick one. It's so hard. Like, it's my first time making enamel pins, and I want the quality to be good because I want people who receive my pins to really enjoy them and think that they're good quality. So I'm really afraid, like, if I pick a manufacturer and I pay to get the molds made for these pins and then their quality is not really great, that, I mean, I can always go to another manufacturer, but I have to pay again to get the molds made at a different manufacturer. So yeah, it's a little, it's a thing. It's a thing that I have to just bite the bullet and pick one and hope for the best, I guess. I mean, the 3 that I've picked, they're pretty well known. One of them is called Your Stuff Made. One of them is GSJJ. I heard about them from Catnip, one of her videos, and she was happy with the quality. And the other one is, I can't really pronounce it. It's like JU. I'll put it up on screen because I can't pronounce it. It's JU Pins or something like that. Anyways, I gotta decide on one and just get my designs finalized. I also have to, I want to make a campaign video for on my campaign site, just explaining, you know, a little bit who I am and what the pins are about and everything. And so I have to script, film, edit, and upload that. So I also need to decide what order I want to release the pins in. Like my initial, the Kickstarter goal, the initial amount will be for 1 pin only, and then as I get more pledges and the funds get higher, I can release more pins, hopefully enough that I can get all 7 pins made. And I also am thinking about stickers, but am not really sure how to add those. Like, do I make it so that I get enough funds for the first couple of pins and then then the stickers, and then more stretch goal pins? Or do I wait until all the pins are funded and then stickers? I don't know. I don't know how. I've been looking at so many other people's Kickstarters trying to figure out how to calculate this in so that I'm not screwed at the end of the campaign and can't afford to buy stickers or something stupid like that. I also have to design my social media post images because I want to have a series of images to put on Facebook and Instagram, and honestly should have been posting those already. So I got to get moving on that. I also still have to do the backing cards, and I've started to work on the designs for those. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do a different design for each pin or if I'm going to do one generic design that is positively magical themed for all of the pins. When ordering the cards, it would make sense to do it that way because the price per card goes down if you order a whole bunch of the same design. So still working on that. And I haven't 100% decided. I think I actually know. I think I've decided. I was considering doing an Etsy pre-order listing specifically with the buyers or backers that might have to deal with VAT charges, because Kickstarter will not collect the VAT charges. So if a person receives a pin in those areas, they may then be charged upon receiving it for those fees. There's nothing I can do about that. The difference with Etsy is that Etsy charges it up front, so it's already paid. It's not like a surprise later. It's not like you don't pay for it, you just pay for it up front. I also was sort of told that anything under 60 pounds, nobody really cares about, and you're not going to get charged VAT. So unless you're backing all of the pins or enough pins to equal that amount, it probably wouldn't affect you anyways. But I think that I'm just going to put a warning about potential VAT charges on the campaign and not do the Etsy pre-order because I am running out of time. And that's a whole other list of listing the text, the tags, the titles, the mock-ups and images, and I just don't think I have the time to do that. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to get going on that. And one other thing, I did start an email list, my first ever, so I'm still figuring it out. For this instance, it's basically just for, so I can send out an email to anyone who has signed up for the list, letting them know when the campaign launches so they know right away. In the future, it'll just be things like if I attend any art shows or if I've got new products or new artwork available or anything like that. It's not going to be like one of those spammy emails. I mean, let's face it, I'm not good enough at social media or marketing to really keep up on something regularly. So it's going to be a pretty infrequent email list, but if you're interested, you can check that out. I just want to say thank you again to all of the YouTube peoples around here. My channel is growing slow and steady, and so to anyone who has watched, liked, commented, or shared one of my videos, and especially to everyone who has subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. I am really enjoying this YouTube journey, and I enjoy bringing you guys along with me, and I hope you enjoy it too. And until the next video, bye!